Oh no.
Three, two, one, pills.
We got to do it manually. But we are off here in this first game. Taking a look at these boards, these players playing through levels 6 to 9 here. Kind of similar, stacked to one side with a little bit less on one, although it's a bit mirrored here. You see a lot of opportunity for reds here. Already see Flindo setting up here. He's got a triple, or he had the triple when he wanted it. It looks like he may have changed course, but looking for that double in the middle. Meanwhile, Sarah, already at 25, struggling to break through here.
Yeah, it's very difficult. That little red blue run on the left hand side is making it really difficult to get down underneath. And the blues in column 6 and 7 mean that only one thing really works, and that's that double blue. So she's just going to have to dig underneath. Meanwhile, John's a lot cleaner, although just one yellow, and column 8 not looking so great.
Column 8 is definitely going to be working, burning the candle at both ends. You might want to consider under clearing some viruses as well, but it looks like two red, one yellow are now, and one red, two blue, and one yellow left to go. Four viruses for John, 11 for Sarah here. Sarah is looking to really start working on those horizontals. She's going to get one set of yellow. She's working on another. Had an opportunity to set it up to get three viruses off the board, didn't take it. Flindo out at a minute 20.
Yeah, Sarah had tried to set up a drop for those both sets of yellow horizontals at the same time. It just didn't work out, a competing plan. So she's just got a lot of blue to wait for. Looks like she's going horizontally with that. And then just one more red.
And that was a good stack of viruses to get that double horizontal. They're always just a pain when they're that high up on the board. But Sarah out at about a minute 40 here, down by 8 viruses. And it looks like John's got a big cluster of blue right in the middle of his board.
Yeah, this is definitely going to give Sarah some time to work on her board as she gets some combos because John's got all that blue. It's straight down the middle, so drops are going to take a little while.
And Sarah setting up for trying to maintain some zero drop clears. Don't want to get too fancy with that drop time, as that does cost a bit of issues here. And we just had a little bit of a chat pop up, but we're good now. And it's 17 to 9 here as John looks as though he's really recovered from what would look to be a slow start to 7.
Yeah, definitely. And look at all these combos he has set up. As soon as that column 3 blue disappears, which this one will do it, everything is pretty much going to fall there. So looking really nice there for John. Meanwhile, Sarah's board pretty much free and clear of garbage, honestly, but everything is set up very vertically. Nice job with that horizontal clear for Sarah.
Very nice horizontal. The only issue which she's now just solved out was that red virus down in the corner in column 1, but she's got that under control. A little bit scattered, but an opportunity to clear some things without drops is presented to Sarah. She also has that double-sided double, for lack of a better term, but 5 viruses to go for Sarah. Meanwhile, Savage John DatFlindo's rocking a split board right now.
Yeah, definitely. And that left-hand side was very, very high up. Sarah finishes level 7 at about a 325. But yeah, so look, I think John is going to have to do some drilling down there and notice that long drop time. Normally you try to avoid that, but really with so little yellow left on that board, that was really the only viable option, JB.
Absolutely, your hands get very, very tied when there's very limited of one color left, and you're going to see that here. Is John's going to get creative? You're going to see him use those pill halves to the best of his advantage here, without having those yellow fragments really do much in the way of interrupting things. But again, it's almost an exclusively red board here for John Flindo. Meanwhile, Sarah is just getting stymied by blue and red all along that right side. Really not a lot of opportunities for yellows at this time, and it's really, really slowing her down.
Yeah, and she kept getting some yellows at the beginning of that board, and just they are not useful unless she wants to do some crazy tucks there. Meanwhile, John just down to one red virus. I mean, but take a look at that bottle. That's not the bottle you want to see. That's a bad RNG bottle. So he is into level 9 at a nice clip.
Yeah, under 5 minutes is always good here. John seeking some blues here. Really wants a double blue and isn't going to get it. Really wanted that horizontal clear, and I think he's just acquiesced that it's not going to happen here. But now he's kind of having to juggle garbage here at the top of the board, which can get a little scary if it keeps piling on.
But he had that nice plan cascading down with that horizontal. So very minimal garbage now for John. Sarah is still working on this level 8. Looks like she's setting up for an under clear. There, she's going to get it in column 3 and drop down on top. But yeah, still a lot of stuff going on. And it's she's going to have to go vertical on some of this garbage to really make this blue in column 4 work, which she's already blocked it up, I think.
Yeah, she did set that block up, which is gonna slow her down just a touch, and again has to clear the red just to have space here. Does have things on red and blue though, and can kind of clear things at her leisure. She's forcing the combo drop. That's a good call. Looking at her next box right there, she's gonna go into 9 under 6 minutes. But right now, JonDatFlindo's under 6 minutes and halfway through the final stage.
And he was able to drop a combo that he was setting up for a while. I think that he missed a tuck, but it didn't really matter because he was able to just sort of throw the pill away. But now this left hand side is pretty blocked up. You notice those reds in columns 1 and 2, they are both garbage at the moment. So it's just going to take a little while to clean out. It's just a waiting game.
And we see Sarah with a monster combo
Mm.
trying to narrow this gap here. It's a 16 virus gap, and with this continuous rough RNG Flindo's getting, he might have a little bit of danger looking here. As oh, great drop there. Still a lot of yellow though in the middle of that board. It is currently 23-9 here as we hit 6.5.
Looks like John's trying to set up to clear those yellows horizontally. Will take that garbage off, but this board is still locked up really tight, and a bad blitz is probably going to be the end of that. But looks like John's doing pretty well for now. Sarah just plugging away here. Columns 1 and 2 are going to be a little bit of a pain point as they're both red and horizontal opportunities not really there. But things are plugging along for Sarah.
And I think John's trying to figure out how he wants to tackle this section here. It looks like he is going to clear underneath. He has that horizontal set up and he is going to take it, which now it leaves. Oh, he does have that horizontal open. So he's just looking for the horizontals here and he'll get out. But
Ooh.
oh, what a board he had there,
Oh my
729.
gosh.
But that was a nine you'd want to forget.
Oh my lord. Honestly, I didn't quite see the drop possibility to get those blues horizontally, and I was thinking, "Oh, wow, topping out on 9 with one virus left to go. That is not how you want to start this off."
That would be very, very painful. We see Sarah here is looking to finish at a sub 8. That's usually a pretty respectable time all around. So 7:56 for Sarah, but JonDatFlindo takes game number 1 here in this best of 3. And while we are letting our players recover, a reminder that we will be at Torg Expo the first weekend in November out in Columbus for the World Championships. I'll be there. I know Savage will be there. We hope you'll be there. We'll see if Packy can defend his 2021 World Championship. Uh, and also, we'll see our regional winner, Swang, as well taking on all of our competitors. So hopefully you'll see there. I believe it's torgexpo.com. We can get a link in chat. That would be very handy.
And meanwhile, we have readies from both players. And Torg, the Ohio Retro Gaming Expo, is going to be a versus showdown. So on the speed side, you'll see this, and then you'll see us going head to head. And we have 3, 2, 1 pills.
And as we go, Phoenix was a really, really great time. So we hope to see you there. We had a good time hanging out with the Tetris crew. During that regional. But moving on here, we're seeing John really starting to eliminate those viruses right at the top of his board. Goes for that horizontal. Could have cleared off right on the bottom and had that row 1 cleared off. Chose not to go for it here. Again, another combo opportunity. John not taking there, and he's really starting to stack up reds.
hmm And I think probably it's because he had these horizontal opportunities on top. See, he was waiting for that and see no garbage. Um, and still going to be left with a lot of red, but that was always going to be the situation from the beginning of this level, I think, JB. Meanwhile, on Sarah's side, she is almost exclusively blue red, just this one yellow that's going to be cleared out in the bottom. And 6, 7, and 8, those are locked up really tight, not space to maneuver.
Sarah needs red to really start getting access to anything in column 7 and 8, and is just really getting a hard time here with the RNG. She's at 6, 4 to go for Flindo, and now he's down to 3. And it looks like Sarah here starting to get under clear, starting to get creative, just wanting to get out of the stage. I think that's a smart play for Sarah as she's now down to her last two. But Flindo with a double horizontal, he's going to be out at about a minute 32.
Hmm. And take a look at Sarah's board. It just has all this blue yellow. When your last pill is blue, seeing that graveyard over there, or last virus was blue, seeing that graveyard is pretty sad. But she's out at a 144 and with a pretty diverse top line, just a couple of tucks needed to get that red. And she's already signaling that I think she'd like to have a cross to get those blues to work on the left hand side.
Definitely pour her a cup of sweet tea if you can.
Hmm.
Looking on that on the board for Flindo here. Flindo has a very extremely red top line. Only a couple of yellows to go here, and is holding on to a very slight lead. 5 viruses. Sarah did get that cross. 19 to go for Sarah. Sarah looks like she's having a bit of a struggle there on that right side.
Yeah, it looked like that red yellow that you see there in column 6 was a misdrop, but now everything is just all cleared up. And look at that beautiful horizontal clear from Sarah. Very little garbage. And even that stuff on the top is now cleared out. Meanwhile, Flindo has nice diversity, although I'm not sure that pill, the blue yellow, is what he wanted to do, but he makes good work of it and just needs a couple reds. And this double blue is going to be awesome for him. He'll be out real soon.
Sarah also close to being out here has a really favorable board. Flindo's going to be out at 304, but look at Sarah here. Sarah's made up a bit of time. She's only behind by 3 seconds right now as these players go into 8.
Excellent, excellent. And notice John with a nice slide to begin that level, get those horizontals off. But now a little bit of trouble because most of the top of his board that was accessible was red or yellow, and now it's already flipped mostly blue yellow. So we'll see how he goes. I'm really interested about this drop T possibility, but he just takes a drop and a horizontal.
Blues are going to be a bit of a challenge here starting soon on John's board. Meanwhile, Sarah is looking for a blue red or blue yellow, and
Mm.
she gets it for that L down to 22 viruses as the virus count goes. We are all tied up. Sarah does not have a lot of yellow combinations to work with, though. Really, only yellow red is an optimal combo for her. Really want to try to have combinations for each or plays for each available pill combination. And it looks like Sarah's starting to work through it here. Great clear underneath. She's down to 15 here. This is going to be really close. This may be decided by 9.
And this is going to be decided. This 8 is going to be decided by reds for Flindo. Check out this board. Um, all red, yellow. I was thinking to myself, a double red blitz would have been great. And luckily, he's getting all the yellow off the board, and we'll have time to wait for those reds.
And getting that triple will be huge for him. It'll cut his virus total in half as he is down to 3. So it's really just a matter of getting a couple of more reds. Meanwhile, Sarah is extremely close to finishing her 8 here. Just needs 4 reds. Flindo needing 2, and he's not getting them. Savage.
Whew, finally he did. But yeah, it was looking pretty rough. But now Sarah, all she needs is one. And again, she's only 4 or 5 seconds behind. So this 9 is going to be crucial. So far, the top of each of their boards is like a two-color story. His blue yellow, hers yellow red. So we'll see how they crack these.
It's going to be very, very critical. You're going to get the RNG really likes to feed you a piece that you have no use for. So you got to be creative, and sometimes you have to just set intentional garbage. And great horizontal there by Sarah. She's at 32, trying to maintain pace here with Flindo. Flindo's got a very top heavy board. Meanwhile, it's a very mid heavy board for Sarah. So a lot of crucial combinations coming Sarah's way here. We'll see what she does with this double. Gets that clear down to 24. Sarah holding on to a very slight lead here as we hit 6 minutes.
But she's gonna need some reds. She's gonna need it soon. I'm not sure if she's gonna be able to take those reds horizontally on the left-hand side there at the top, but we'll see what she does. She's setting up a horizontal blue, and she's gonna have to be dropping down, I think, a little bit of this garbage with her ever so slightly, but she's just got no choice but to clear out those reds and open up the board.
And Sarah got a blitz of blue red there and not not exactly helpful to her. She's looking specifically for a yellow. She's gonna get it. She's gonna get a garbage clear. She's down to 14, but Flindo's caught pace here. He's down to single digits, 8 viruses here as we get into the lat 6.5 minutes. 11 to go for Sarah. A great horizontal tuck there puts her into single digits. This is going to come down to the wire. And it looks like Sarah has a lot of good opportunities here. She's going to get the horizontal. That does drop the yellow down, but a fortunate double. She's at 4. Flindo at 3. Now Sarah's going to get another blue clear. She is at 3. 3, it's 2-1 here. It's just a handful here. What's going to happen? It's
Oh,
going to be Sarah
Sarah!
by 2 seconds
Oh
on the
my goodness.
very, very last play. What a comeback by Sarah Sparkle, and she takes the win by 2 seconds.
Wow.
Amazing job there by Sarah to force a decider. Huge clutch play, and that's why you just keep going. You never stop, and you just try to get all those viruses off the board. Well done to our players. A 2 second margin of victory.
Yeah, and that the end of that 9 for Sarah was surprisingly clean. Because for a while Flindo was looking like his board was smooth sailing, and Sarah was looking like she had a lot of garbage, but that just fell so nicely. So excellent. That's what we like to see, JB.
And we have Dad Sparktacula in chat saying GG's. We love it here. So at the cider here, will Flindo get his first win of 2022, or will Sarah make the second round? A lot of championship points on the line here, and every single one of those crucial here as we enter the final stage of our regular season. We have a 3-2-1 go. Let's do it, Savage.
Oh yeah, let's do it. So interesting board for Flindo. Notice he's already making good tucks with the yellow blue, but blue is going to be really hard to place. Luckily, he's making great moves with the yellow and red that he's getting. Let's hope this lasts for just a little bit longer for him.
Blue yellow is a very unfavorable color combination here for Flindo. He's going to try to make a horizontal work. Good vision there in that lower corner. He's at 16. Sarah's at 18. Sarah's got a lot of nice setups here. A nice clear setting up that blue vertically as well. A good sandwich drop there by Sarah. She's down to 14 and a good tuck play there. Sarah's playing a very, very smooth and clean board right now. And we're going to see that clear out of the middle. That opens up just about everything for Sarah as she's down to 11 viruses.
I'm really excited for this potential fat log at the bottom of the board for Sarah if she gets a red blue, which she's gonna get right now. So where's she gonna use it? Up top, and that's gonna lower her drop time. And then there she goes. She gets that fat log.
It's our chat's favorite move. And Flindo here looking like he could have gone for the cross, didn't quite have all the beans, but he does get it in 2 legs out at a minute 17. That's an amazing round 6 time.
For sure. And now Sarah is almost out. She's got that nice garbage drop into the horizontal, and with this one blue, she's out at a 126.
So these players very, very close yet again here as we get into round 7. 3 rounds left for these players to try to secure themselves into round 2, which will start tomorrow at 2 p.m. But we've still got plenty more game to go. 19 to 29 here. Flindo starting to run away Savage, but you see Flindo again splitting that board up, and then column 7 looking a little troublesome.
For sure. And speaking of cracking open the sport, it's tough for Sarah to do that. Take a look at all these blues at the top and just not getting stuff going. So this is going to be rough going for her, but these blues are exactly what she needs to be able to tuck stuff down under a couple of layers. But wow, really nice combo from Flindo over there to the left of your screen, just dropping stuff down to the bottom. He's probably going to have to take some drop time though, because things are so high up at the moment.
and Sarah's starting to make work here of the middle of that board. Now starting to get blue yellow, which again hasn't been too favorable to her thus far. A nice tuck L. I didn't even see that play. Flindo again about a minute 15 and change going through these first two levels. He's already into eight under 3 minutes.
Yeah, that is a fantastic time. And meanwhile, the pills are going off the board, the viruses are flying off the board for Sarah now. She's got a nice opportunity to build an L at the bottom of her board, but I think she wanted to take that yellow that's in column 7 and tuck it underneath.
And it looks like she just wants to keep that top line low. She's got this double yellow. She could have tucked that right onto row one and gotten an L and didn't take it there. That could have really, really helped her out, slowed things down. Either way, she's still buried with that red, but she's got the horizontal open out at a 319. Bit of a struggle bus there for Sarah on seven. She is about 23 viruses off the lead at this point.
But she did end that level with my favorite new move, which is the log out, that log to end your level. Meanwhile, Flindo, really nice and clean board. Any garbage that he has is just paired up to fly off the board in a nice combo. The blues might trigger some drop time, but everything looking pretty smooth for him. Sarah's board, on the other hand, it's kind of weird, isn't it?
It is weird. A lot of things high up, a lot of things down low, nothing really in the middle. So, uh, drop time something you have to deal with, and we're seeing it here as Sarah's got two viruses hung up way at the top there. Those that yellow and the red. Really hoping for a double to get rid of that, and we do see that from Sarah, but not using it immediately, going down lower with it. Meanwhile, Flindo out just a little bit above 4 minutes, going into nine.
That is a fantastic pace, and I was joking that maybe I had a prediction going, almost set up for the channel points. That will we see a sub 6 tonight? And I mean, Flindo's making really good pace to do so, but we'll see how this level pans out. It looks like a speedrunner's dream, pretty diverse and lots of doubles.
Lots of doubles, lots of horizontal doubles. It's going to be really decided by how Flindo plays that left side of the board. Meanwhile, Sarah is going to get into nine here, leaving that last yellow virus up there hanging out sub five. Sub five is also a good time getting into nine. So nothing to sneeze at there. And Sarah's still in this with a shout here. 18 viruses between our players.
Mhm. Flindo needs a lot of red to keep this board going. Notice there's only one yellow left, and it's obscured. There's no way to get through that, and not really a good way to save some garbage for later on it. Now it's open. I think I would have liked to see him turn that yellow red to the other side just to drop down, but I think actually he's got a pretty good play there on the left hand side, JB.
And I think he's maybe going for that horizontal over an eight, or I could be wrong. Meanwhile, Sarah playing a split board here, but she's been playing very, very efficiently, playing plays in tight quarters, eliminating drop time possibilities for the most part. Very rare force drill play just to get things going. But while that board is split, she's trying to maintain diversity here, although yellow might start choking her up here. As she's down to 12, Flindo down to two, and that double blue might seal this here.
He is out at
Us
6:04.
Which I
And
believe is a PB,
I
for
think that's
Flindo,
a
so
it's I think it's definitely a competition PB.
Sarah always looks like she's praying super hard, says, Robin. We do, we pray to RNG, here and hope that it's good, and, Sarah is going to drop here, and, when you have to f force top out with 6.5 minutes on your clock in 9, that's brutal because that's you had a good run going there anyway, but, JonDatFlindo getting his first win at 2022. He'll advance to round 2. We'll see him tomorrow.